Hi everybody, welcome to ingvid.com. I'm Adam. Today I want to talk to you about shopping, but more specifically I want to talk about sales because everybody loves a sale. Everybody wants to get the cheapest product they can and find something really special and tell all their friends how much money they saved. So I'm going to tell you about some of the biggest sales, again, mostly in North America, but some of them are actually international. And then I'm going to give you a whole bunch of good words and expressions that will help you become a better shopper when it comes to sales. Okay? So we're going to start with some of the biggest shopping days in, again, North America, but not only. As you're going to see, it's becoming much more international. So we're going to start with Black Friday. Now, Black Friday is very much an American shopping day, although in the last few years, I've seen stores all over the world advertising Black Friday sales. In the States, this happens on the Friday after Thanksgiving. So it's between Thanksgiving and Christmas, right? This is when people start buying gifts, like Christmas gifts and end of year gifts. So this is the biggest shopping day in the US. Now, it is so popular that it's a little bit crazy. There's actually a good word to describe this shopping experience. It's mayhem. Mayhem means complete chaos, complete uncontrolled craziness going on in the stores all over the US. In this mayhem, they line up, first of all, hours before stores open because they want to get in there and get the best deals before other people get them. And once the stores open, everybody rushes inside and everybody tries to grab all the products they want. And it's very common to hear about people fighting each other over like a TV, for example. It's complete craziness, complete chaos. It's mayhem, okay? But where does the name come from? There's a few different theories, but some people, and the one that seems to make the most sense, because this is the biggest shopping day, this is when stores start moving from the red, means losing money, into the black, making a profit. That's one explanation. There are a few other ones, but that sounds like a good one to me. Anyways, following this Friday, there is something called Cyber Monday. This is the Monday right after the Black Friday sales. This is the biggest online shopping day when all the online retailers, this is a good word also. Retailers are the people selling in stores or online. All the online retailers put their products and services on sale as well. So also a very busy shopping day, but not in stores, on the computer. Then there's Boxing Day. This is one day after Christmas. Now, in most of these countries, all the stores are closed the day after. So Christmas is really a 2-day holiday. The third day, the second day after Christmas, all the stores are open and there are huge sales with big discounts and everybody goes shopping basically to try to save all the money that they spent on Christmas gifts. So it doesn't actually really make sense. But lots of good deals on Boxing Day. Boxing Day comes from a British tradition that after Christmas, the wealthy people used to make little boxed gifts for the servants and all that stuff. That's where the name generally comes from. Recently, in the last few years, there's the biggest sale of them all. It's an online sale. It's called Singles Day because it happens on November 11th. So 1111, a lot of single people out there. This is by AliExpress. It's a Chinese company. And it's basically the Chinese version of Amazon. They sell basically everything online on this platform. And they make billions of dollars. And everybody is on the computer all day scrolling up and down and shopping. And I have to admit, I've shopped on Singles Day as well. Really, really good deals. But it takes a little while for the product to arrive. So those are the biggest sales. Now, we're going to look at a whole bunch of vocabulary to help you navigate through all this mayhem. So first of all, there are different types of sales. There's a clearance sale. Now, clearance sale, you have to realize that a store or a retailer is not trying to give you a discount. What the retailer is trying to do is get rid of all the excess stock. So they have all their stock that they weren't able to sell in the time they were supposed to. New stock will soon be coming in with new products, so they need to make space. So how do they make space in their stores? They have to get rid of old inventory. What's the best way to get rid of it? Make it really cheap. People buy it and take it home, and they have space. So clearance sales. During clearance sales, the markdowns are quite large. To mark down, like if you have separate words, to mark down means to reduce the price. So on products, if you go shopping, there's a little piece of paper with a string attached to the product, or there's a sticker. So that's called the price tag. On the tag is the price of the product. So to mark down means to go to each sticker or tag and cross out the old price and put the new lower price. That's to mark down. The markdown as one word means the same as discount. So there's a 20% markdown, 100% well, not 100%, that's free. 75% markdown. Going out of business sale. This is when a store is ready to close, or a store closing sale means the same thing. A store is about to close and they want to get rid of all their stock. They don't want to throw it away and lose money. Now, you have to be careful about these because businesses often put up a going out of business sale and they leave that sign on there for 5 years and it's just a scam. Anyway, speaking of scams, we're going to get to that. You have to be careful about sales. Always make sure to find out if the product you're buying is a final sale. Anything that is called or considered a final sale means that, well, basically it means final, but more importantly, there are no refunds and no exchanges. Once you take it out of the store, it's yours. If you get home, like let's say you bought a shirt, you get home, it doesn't fit properly, too bad, it's yours. If you bought a gift for someone and they don't like it, too bad, it's yours. You cannot take it back to the store. So be careful if something is marked final sale. You can't change your mind later. Now, another thing you have to be careful about sales, there's something called a bait and switch. A bait and switch, basically, okay, let's start with bait. When you go fishing, you put a little worm on the hook and you throw the hook in the water to try to catch the fish. The worm is bait. It is something that attracts the fish. So in a store, they will set out a bait. They will say, let's say our top product is 75% off. So you think, wow, great deal. You walk into the store and then a very good salesperson will come up to you and they'll say, oh yeah, that's a very good deal. But a better deal is really over here. And then they start talking to you. So then they switch. They attracted you into the store and then they try to change your mind to buying something else that will help them make more money. So you have to be careful about that, especially during sales, because they're putting something out there to attract you and then they're going to try to sell you something else. And you also have to be careful about gimmicks. Gimmicks are similar to bait. A gimmick is basically something that seems attractive, but really is not anything special. So a lot of stores will say, if you spend, let's say $100, we'll give you a gift box. So okay, you say, well, that sounds nice. You go, you spend $100, you take the gift box home, and inside there's like $2 worth of gifts, right? So you didn't really get anything, but you got into the store and you spent $100. So they make money, you spent money. Basically, you didn't get much for the gift. BOGO, buy one, get one. Buy one, get one. So usually BOGO, buy one, get one free, or buy one, get one half price. The whole idea is to get you to buy at least 2 of whatever product. That's a type of gimmick, because sometimes what they'll do is they'll raise all the prices. So even if you're buying one and buying one for half price, you're more or less paying the regular price. So be careful about that. And also make sure It's not always buy one, get one free. Buy one, get one half off. So essentially you're paying, like you get a quarter off each one. It's not that great of a deal. Now, when you're going shopping, when people go shopping during sales, they're bargain hunting. They are looking for the biggest bargain, the best deal they can find. But you also have to be careful when you're going bargain hunting. If something seems too good to be true, it means it's a little bit unbelievable. It's such a good price that you think you're a little bit suspicious. My personal motto, if it's too good to be true, it isn't, right? If something seems like too good of a deal, be suspicious. There might be something wrong with it. Sometimes you will find a find, or you will find a steal. A find, notice that I'm using find as a noun and I'm using steal as a noun. A find or a steal means you got a really, really good deal. You were a little bit, like your bargain hunting led you to a very successful purchase. Most people might have missed it or they came too late. You got the best possible deal. It's a find or a steal. Now, another thing that you might often see during sales is there may be clearance items, things that have been marked down a lot. And then on the sale day, they will say, take an additional 10% off the lowest, I forgot the lowest ticketed price. So you will see a product, it will have a price tag, as I mentioned before, like a sticker or a little piece of paper. It will have the original price, $50. Then it was marked down to $40. So now the sale price is $40. You can have it for $40 plus an additional 10% off. So another $4 off. So $36. Always look for the lowest price on the sticker and take whatever percentage off that price. And then you also have to be careful about door crashers. A door crasher is a type of gimmick. The store will say, okay, so the first 100 customers in the store get 25% off everything in the store. So of course, everybody wants that 25% off. So before the store opens, there's like a lineup of 100 people. Everybody wants to be the first. So the door crasher means they're lining up and they want to get in so quickly that they break the doors to get into the store. That's fine, except if you're not one of the first 100 and you come in there like 2 minutes too late, you don't get the discount, but they get you in the store and sell you the products they want. So for them, it's a good deal to give 100 people a discount because that will attract another 100 people who will not get the discount. So they make more money anyway. And also when you're negotiating, if somebody says final offer, take it or leave it, that means they're not negotiating anymore. That's the lowest price that you can pay. Then you have to decide, do you want to buy it at that price or not, and then walk away. So in negotiations, last price, take it or leave it, final offer. Okay? So there you go. Just some vocabulary to help you go shopping, help you find a steal, get that find, or do have a very successful bargain hunting shopping trip. Okay. Anyways, if you have any questions about any of this, please go to ingvid.com. You can ask me in the comments section. There's also a quiz to test your knowledge of these expressions and these vocabulary entries. And if you like the video, give me a like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and ring the bell if you want to get notifications of future videos. And come back soon for more helpful lessons on English. See you soon. Bye-bye.